Fire and flames can be easily created by combining these shapes: S, hooks, and straight lines. A quick recap for how to draw fire. Establish the fuel source. This is the base for where the energy is coming from. Draw a simple gesture line to guide the shape of the fire. This is usually some kind of S-curve. Sketch the basic outline of the fire's shape, using your gesture line or line of action as a guide. Sketch in the flames and hook-like fire shapes in the style you want to express. This is the rough drawing you will polish in the next step. Draw the line work over the rough drawing on a new layer. Draw the reddish outer flames and the hot yellow inner flames. After coloring, you can add blur, glow, and color gradients for a more special effects driven fire look. Fire is largest and hottest at the base, or ignition point, and narrows as the flames shoot up. You can think of fire as triangular mountain shapes with narrow peaks. Avoid symmetry. Perfectly even curves on both sides of fire make it look stiff and flat. This isn't good unless you're going for a graphic style or designing a logo. Misaligned curves give a more fluid and natural feel. Fire isn't flat. Think about the 3D form in your fire. The interior flames define the 3D volume and direction of your fire. Coloring fire with the same color as the line art makes it more realistic. Using a different color than the outline gives it a more cartoony style. Fire is perhaps the most dynamic special effect. It can be clean, flat, and stylized, or have realistic and detailed movements. Do you want your fire to loop in a predictable pattern? Or do you want it to be more realistic and therefore more random in its movements? Both are valid. The styles of your scene can help you decide if stylized or realistic fire is more appropriate. Fires can be extremely erratic. Flames can appear and disappear randomly, and the fire can appear to shrink and grow in volume wildly as the oxygen from wind fuels the superheated gases. Don't be afraid to experiment with shapes. There's a tendency to want to animate smoothly with evenly spaced in-betweens, but observe real fire to see how inconsistent this magical element behaves. Fire isn't ever still, it's always moving. The base of the fire doesn't move much. Fire moves around more as it flows to the tip of the flames. The more random the spacing between the flames, the more the fire will appear to flicker. Flames start out big at the bottom and narrows to the top. Particles float up and disappear. The particles can float up in swirling or zigzagging patterns. If there's wind, the particles will be blown in the direction of the wind. 2D fire is usually based on one color, red, 2 colors, red and yellow, 3 colors, red, orange, and yellow, or 5 colors, red, orange, yellow, orange, and yellow. The colors of fire in order of hotness are blue, white, yellow, orange, and red. I hope this course will stimulate your imagination. Always remember the power of research. Look at live fire footage, study how it moves and how the shapes are in a constant state of transformation. Figure out the flow of your fire by animating a simple shape first. Draw rough animation on its own layer. Don't get overwhelmed by details, but instead, concentrate on animating one section at a time. The secret to animation is to take everything one step at a time.